on. 716, stand up. Mech on the beat. Let go. With them fly ass chicks who paint them pretty ass lips. With them trap boys out doubling up on bricks. For musicians like myself that was blessed with a gift. Rap with a package, see what it is. Swerve with the traffic like I lost control of the whip. Heard the competition like I ran over these bricks. Double lines mean nothing when you're hugging the bridge. Red light, green light, headlight, beat bright. Superstar life make these lanes hate right. Fabulous flow make the girls say nice. So rock cups full to the party break light. The cross keys going to the cabin sight. On to the next like Jay said, right? Yeah, swag too slick, make a hater wanna bite. Not out of Zella boy, but you clicked in my life. So what I gotta prove? Living my lyrics like boy, nothing to lose. And an armful on the mic, hit the beats me bruise. The cat look calm like I never made a move. Back on the beat, the hammer in his feet. These boys all brittle, tried up fracture. I never move cripple cause I got 2 feet. Provided my own meals, boy, nobody fed me. The grind is impeccable, I've been chasing decimals. Now it's like me and the money is inseparable. Catch the message that I'm sending to you. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it. I've been through it, but I've been spewed. Now I feel like a champ, bitch, I'm undisputed. Thought I conquered the whole game, the hustle never been lame. But pretty soon you fuckers gonna remember my name.
Well, family, what's going on today? Happy Tuesday, my favorite day of the week, best day of the week as usual. This is Talk You Is Tuesday. Dennis Holmes in the building. I'm here with my man Ron Thomas. Ron Thomas, what's going on, baby?
What's up, man? Glad to be here today, man.
Yeah, I am too. I missed last week. And well, I'll get into that. We also got Czar in the building. What's going on, Czar?
Hey, what's going down with you? Yeah, it's always great to be here on a Tuesday.
That's right. We also have the Chocolate Girl in the building. How you doing, Miss Chocolate Girl? Chocolate Girl.
Chocolate Girl is live and in full effect. Feeling pretty good on Tuesday evening. Hope you guys are. Hope you guys are too.
All right. Guru couldn't be here with us tonight. He had a family emergency. I hope all is well with Guru. We're praying for you. We're gonna miss you. I also want to say to my crew, my outstanding crew, y'all did a great job last week. I listened to the show about 3 times. I thought y'all did a great job, and I loved it. Wish I could have been on, but I'm here now.
Yep, so we missed you, big fella. We missed you.
I'm here now. So
it wasn't the same, big fella.
No,
well, let's get into these trash ass plays. I ain't gonna lie, it felt the same. I felt like I wasn't needed. Y'all kind of, you know what I mean? Y'all kind of like moved me to the side. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, they ran a hell of a show.
Yeah, move you to the side.
No.
Like, move, bitch. Get out the way.
No, we ain't do none of that.
Yeah, Sharon held it down though.
I tried.
Yeah, let's get into these trash ass players, man.
The
I put that
motherfucker
in the comments
NFL.
Already. Go ahead, Ron. I'm sorry.
The motherfucking NFL.
Oh, okay.
The whole Brian, what his last name?
Flores.
Flores, excuse me. The whole damn thing. Whoever did this to this man in the NFL, you need to get fired. No ifs, buts about it. I'm tired of seeing shit like this going on every day. I'm tired of it. And it pissed me the fuck off.
Okay.
Tell them how you really feel.
All right. You got any more, man?
I got,
Ron.
let me see. I'm so heated right now, boy. Come back to me, Dennis. Come back to me.
Come back to me.
Yeah. What you got over there, Zara?
You know where I'm going, baby. Right out here in the Yay area. Them Santa Clara 49ers that don't even play in Frisco. Shit the bed with that quarterback. And who's your favorite coach with your same name? He was who we thought he was.
That's right.
Jimmy G is going Jimmy G. Getting chased to sack and going to throw some shit in the air, which I don't know. He had no business doing. You know, you take that sack, you throw it away to the out of bounds, and you play that fourth down. But of course, that's what he does. And yeah, like I said, man, you know, I've been waiting for this day. So, you know, I've been unfriended. You know, I get talk shit. If my teams lose, Cowboys lose, I hear it. You know, that's what I do, man. And some of these same dudes, man, they be on that bull. You know, so I come back on mine. You know, the fake Niner fans, y'all trash ass as well, especially the fake ones. You know, this bang bang shit. I got real Niner fans that don't even. That bang bang shit is fake. It's Niner faithful and Niner Empire. I got real people from Frisco, from Hunters Point, and OG know what I'm talking about. That bang bang shit is that's fake. That's some fake shit. That's some corporate Niner shit. Just like that corporate Warrior fans nowadays in Frisco. But anyway, that's my trade. I got more about, you know, it's all about them. It's all about the 49ers for me, baby. Trash, sit your asses down on the couch. We all on the couch now, baby. I don't want to hear no bang bang. Y'all out of bullets. So please cut it, baby. Or what's the bang bang from John Witherspoon? Bang bang. We lost that thing.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, he said they had one. Bang bang. We lost that thing. Kill that noise, baby.
Okay, what you got there, chocolate girl?
Well, I got the non-believers that the Bengals will win that game. The non-believers that they didn't have a chance. I mean, I told y'all they had a chance. You know what I'm saying? At the beginning of the season, I have to say this. At the beginning of the season, I didn't think they were going to be this great. They came up and shocked the world. You see, you just don't count out folks from the Midwest. They can get it done. We can get it done now when it counts. But we don't expect the Bengals to do that. But they did it. They stepped up and did it. So I just think people need to stop. I think people get too caught up in analytics. They ride the wave of popularity, and they get shout out to Will, Ace MVP. We told you they had a chance. Yes, we all did. There's several of us. I think there was somebody else that said that they were going to win that was on the show with me. But anyway.
My cousin.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you said the Falcons. You said the Falcons.
No, I said my cousin, fool.
Oh, my bad.
Stop, Zara. Leave him alone. He already mad. But we don't want him to blow a gasket up. But yeah, I'm just saying you gotta look at the tea leaves that's in front of you and stop getting so caught up in all these analytics. Analytics are great, it will tell you something, but it doesn't tell you everything. And you definitely can't go by Vegas. Forget the Vegas. I don't ever go by Vegas. Vegas ain't really controlling what's happening all the time. And none of my picks this season have ever been made with Vegas. And I did pretty good on my picks until the early rounds of the playoffs. I sucked, but these last few games, I guess right. So I must be doing something right. Just want to say that. Shout out to the Rams and the Bengals. They're in the Super Bowl. There you have it.
Okay. All right. Since ain't nobody else gonna do it, I guess I gotta do it then. You know what I mean?
Well, I just named one.
You know what I had to do, man.
Well, I mean, if you got more, you can put more out there.
No, wait.
I got another.
Go
ahead. Let Dennis.
Let me go. Let me go. I'm about to step on my toes. God damn, these just got these toes done. God damn. Let me go ahead and say it. Kansas City Chiefs. You have just ruined your opportunity, and you might have depleted your dynasty. In my eyes, I told a lot of people that Patrick Mahomes only going to get one championship. A lot of people looked at me like I was crazy. Back in October 31st, when I said Patrick Mahomes was a trash-ass player, a lot of people said, oh, then you talk too soon. They won 7 straight. And then if I would have said they ain't play nobody, then they'd have been like, no, they played people. They beat him. They beat that. They ain't win the games that counted. Yeah, the crazy, well, I'll talk about that in a certified thing. But the crazy thing all about this is all you keep doing is fixing this offense and fixing this offense. That's all you keep doing. And you keep thinking you can just keep patchworking this defense. If you don't fix that defense so you can keep winning, that's exactly what's going to happen to you. You're going to keep losing, and you'll be another Aaron Rodgers who you do State Farm commercials with. And that's what I got to say about that part. Now, for another trash-ass player that I had out there, I'm going to have to give a trash-ass player out there to, a lot of these owners who are looking for coaches. Because I really, but besides the Flores situation, which I'm going to let Ron, talk about that later. But besides the Flores situation, how is it that nobody on Cincinnati has gotten an interview? I don't understand this. Like, nobody picked Cincinnati, and I really do mean this when I say no. There's a small percentage of people that said, oh, Cincinnati's going to the Super Bowl. It's not a big percentage of people that said that.
No.
A lot of people still think that the Chase pick was a bad pick instead of getting Penny Sewell. There's a lot of people that said, oh, Joe Burrow wasn't supposed to come back from that knee injury until, October. Like, they have an offense and the defense. Offensive line a little shaky, but
secondary shaky.
They're a little shaky.
Dennis,
Good pass rush though.
Wait a minute, Dennis. Blaze said that the Cincinnati offensive coordinator got an interview with Denver. That's
like I said, we already know how them Denver interviews go. That's me drinking a bottle of E&J and then showing up. Right. We know how them Denver interviews go. But there ain't no real interview.
Revolving door.
Exactly.
We already
there ain't
know,
no real interview.
Know who they picking. So
yeah,
Denver already hired their coach.
I'm gonna let that go ahead and go. If y'all got any more trash ass players, y'all go ahead.
I got one.
Go ahead, Ron.
I sat back and watched 32 teams. All these players that do good in games. Why is it when you do good, have a great game, you got to take a drug test from the NFL? The NFL really pissing me the fuck off because now I look at y'all sideways. Like, you sure y'all don't need to take a drug test? Because y'all really pissing me the fuck off.
Now pass the joint.
No, y'all need to get y'all cannot hide this. Mm-hmm. Like y'all did everything else.
Let me you got any more?
That's it.
Okay, well, let me read these comments. Ace, the MVP, has He has so many trash ass players. He has Josh McDaniel. He said trash ass player Josh McDaniel. The fuck he telling Raiders it was a fumble. He said trash ass player McVay. That Sean Payton movie. And trash ass player to go for the TD before the halftime and not get it. Trash ass player Rams dropping 2 wide open passes for touchdowns. Trash ass player Brian Daboll talking smack as if he left Buffalo. As he left Buffalo. I'm sorry, I messed that up. Trash ass player Brian Daboll talking smack as he left Buffalo. What did he say? I missed that. What did he say? Ace, put it in the comments what he said.
He said they lost 4
that.
straight Super Bowls.
Everybody knows that.
Yo,
That's old.
no, Czar is trolling.
Czar
Czar is trolling.
I
He
know
is
Big
trolling.
Oh, I thought he said that. He didn't say that, Dennis?
Oh man, you trolling.
Oh, I thought that's what he said. My
He
bad.
trying to hold down the troll role because the guru not here. He trying to represent. Ron, AB said, "Ain't nobody scared of you, beloved."
Well,
I'm beloved.
I'm glad you said it, AB, because your team can go back in the closet. Your leader not there no more.
Hey,
Y'all not-
where can I see this terrible Sean Payton movie? I want to see it now that they said
Is it a
Netflix.
movie or a documentary?
The movie
It's
on
a
Netflix.
documentary movie. It's on Netflix. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll check it out. I'm gonna see
I
it.
still gotta watch that film.
Side note, Sharon, the Upshaw's got a season 2. That's a side note. I'm leaving with that.
They did.
Yeah, they got a season 2.
Alright,
Yeah.
Cool.
What, that
cool.
Mike Epps stuff?
Yeah.
Nah, I couldn't do
That's a
it,
good
bro.
show.
Y'all like them.
You don't do that much family stuff. I see
Y'all
that.
like them like, I don't know. We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about it later. Yeah, do it now. We all love trash ass players.
I got one more.
No, I got
You
one.
killing
Go
me
ahead,
with
Ron.
these slow ass trash. Go ahead.
I got the
Yeah.
Browns. You traded OBJ. You thought OBJ was the problem.
I was getting to that. That's on my list. Go ahead.
You thought motherfucking OBJ was the problem with y'all Browns.
What OBJ tell him after he got to the Super Bowl?
How you like me now?
How you like me now?
Come
Kumo
on,
D
D,
style,
baby.
baby.
Come on,
How
D.
you like me now?
How you like me now?
Como D style.
And y'all still fooling with Baker Mayfield.
Nah, please.
That may change.
Say that again, Dennis.
Child. The crazy thing is, I'm gonna say it here. Crazy thing is, Baker gonna have a good year coming up. What?
Oh, yeah.
But okay, back
Oh,
to
yeah.
you, Dennis.
No. It's on Sharon. Go ahead, Sharon.
Well, if they get picked to come in last, now, blah, 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 he'll have a decent year. I wouldn't say a good year. Won't have no pressure, so he'll do okay.
Yeah, but that he took my last one, that Rams one, because the OBJ one, because I was adamant from the very beginning that he was not the problem. You can look at him, you can watch him. That footage that his dad posted. People want to talk about the fact that his father posted it and it was petty and he getting involved in stuff that he had no business and all that stuff. That's nothing but deflection from the real issue. And the real issue was he was intentionally not being targeted. Baker Mayfield sat up there and lied to all of the world that he was not intentionally not targeting him, and that was BS. Because OBJ was wide open. He even tried to make it seem as if OBJ was running the wrong route. And a couple of plays that he ran that people, even some sports experts, so to speak, were saying that he ran incorrectly. No, I wasn't buying it then. I don't buy it now. So I think he got his vindication, and everybody sees what the real problem is now. And he can't hide behind that shoulder injury. He was whacked before the injury. He's just whacked, period. He's never going to be a number one franchise quarterback. He's like a round screw in a square hole, and he's not ever going to carry them anywhere except for to the couch. I said it from the beginning.
Well, Sharon, I know another guy who was like whack at an organization, right? And he had a shoulder injury and went to another organization and won a Super Bowl. And a lot of people, not me,
That's great.
a lot of people got him in their top 10 quarterbacks all time. That's
I
all
know.
I'm saying.
Wait a minute.
Hey, but wait.
Remember,
wait,
key is the
wait,
shoulder
Ron.
injury there, Czar. Let you think about that.
No, you
Wait,
mean
Ron.
top 5 then.
Wait, Czar. Wait,
I ain't-
Ron. What I'm gonna say to you, Dennis, is yes, I know I can name probably 50 players of all time that sucked on one team and lights out on another team. I just don't see that happening with Baker Mayfield. He is who he is, and his ceiling is low.
Same
I
as
said
Darnold.
it from the beginning.
What about Darnold? Same thing.
All right, what you got? Wait a minute, do you have any more?
No.
Oh.
I'm ready to talk certified now.
Oh, okay. The guy I was talking about was Drew Brees. Yes, it was. It was Drew Brees.
I knew
That's
it
the guy I
was.
was talking about.
That's
Wait,
the guy
was
you
it
always pick
was
on.
it shoulder?
That's the
Yeah, it was
guy.
his shoulder.
Yeah, it was
It
his
was
shoulder.
his shoulder.
He had
It
a
was a
shoulder
shoulder.
injury.
I don't think it's the same shoulder injury that what you call him got though, but
Peyton
it was a
Manning.
shoulder.
Don't matter.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Peyton Manning.
No.
No, it ain't Peyton Manning. No, but let's get to these certified. Ron, can I get all your certified at the same
I
time?
just got one.
You just got one?
One.
You ain't lying, is you?
No.
All right.
Thank God Tom Brady gone.
yo.
How's that certified?
So he a certified player for retiring.
For retirement.
Yo.
I didn't like the timing though. He could have waited till next week. He ain't have to retire so close to my Ben. He ain't have to do that shit to try to steal his thunder.
Yeah, thank God he gone.
He gone.
Oh man. Let me go what you guys are. What you got?
So we're sticking to the theme here. So I'm giving it up for the Rams for knocking that overrated football team out that shouldn't even made the playoffs. The Rams should have knocked them out week 18 when they had the
Knocked
chance
who
to. Huh?
Knocked who out?
The 49ers.
Oh, you still
I'm saying they
on
could have
that?
did that shit in week 18. They wouldn't even made the playoffs. So it would have been more funnier joke to me. But, I guess they wanted to, beat their rivals in the playoffs, which, okay, that's fine. They had lost 6 straight to them. So, I want to give the whole team a shout out. I mean, they ain't won the Super Bowl yet, which is what they still kind of have to do because the Super Bowl will bust. They traded the house with Stafford. But I'm going to give Stafford some love, even though he still did Stafford what he does. Thankfully, the dumb corner or safety dropped the interception, again, which was beautiful for me. So this is the time, obviously, I'm rooting for Stafford. So, but, he'll still make that dumb play and throw the ball double coverage down the field. I don't know why, but this time, it worked out for him. But, he got him to the Super Bowl. I did not see the Rams going. I did not see them going. So I got to give them credit for that. But like I said, most beautifully, thank you for knocking out those Santa Clara Niners.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Sharon.
Thought I hated teams. Sorry, he's the ultimate hater, man. Ultimate. But anyway, certified. Do I have any certified? Yes, I do. I'm gonna go NBA first. I'm saying shout out to John Morant. John Morant is he's balling out of control. I swear to God, he's just balling out of control. I watched this brother get a defensive rebound, do a spin move, throw it like I say a third of the way down the court, go flying up the court in time to get the alley-oop from another player. I was like, run that back? I had to run the play back. I was like, what? He's there. He's like everywhere. It's just like you can't keep up with him. So anyway, love me some John Morant.
I don't know how they lost to the Sixers without Embiid though.
Oh, they did. It was a game.
Sir, they had one of the greatest fans in the world in the building. That's how they won that game. All right. one of the greatest fans in the world. All right.
Who that? Mo Cheeks?
Whatever.
Dennis Holmes.
Whatever. They were a little out of sync, Czar. That's what happened. I watched most of the game. They weren't in sync. You know, sometimes even the greatest can have an off night.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only reason why that great Bulls team, greatest of all time, they were not undefeated, because even they had an off night. It was just very rare. So it happens. But anyway, so Ja Morant, certified player. I am going to say OBJ again. OBJ is a certified player. He played a very good game and he contributed to that win. I just wanted him to contribute. He didn't have to be the star. It's all right. He didn't have to be the star. I just wanted him to contribute. I don't want him to get a ring, not even doing anything like what's his name did last year. What's his name? Shady, like Shady McCoy did. He didn't even play it down. Got a ring, but he got one.
He got two
So
rings
that's
and
that.
played down.
Yeah, I know it too. I know, but I'm just talking about last year, Dennis. You gotta correct me. Dang. Anyway,
I got another one
so
too.
that's another one. Then I got another one. Shout out to OBJ too, because it was a class act where he went over to D-ball after the game, and oh yeah, we'll just put that in there too. After the game, and had words with him, try to comfort him for the loss, because I know it was heartbreaking. So he went. I wonder what he said to him. And there was one more. Oh, shout out to Joe Burrow with his outfit. Did y'all see the outfit he had on in the post game interview?
No, I ain't see Joe Willie.
Looking like he was ready to go and beat up somebody for the mob. He had on the all black with the gold chain. He was looking real.
He had his Nino Brown. He had his Nino Brown shit on.
Yeah.
Nino Brown on. He was looking real hitmanish, boy. He was looking really, really, really good.
Had that told on that.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said that he was influenced by The Rock in that outfit. I don't remember The Rock being in that outfit, so I don't know. But I know he's a big fan of The Rock.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Done. Anybody else got some more? Y'all can go.
I actually got some. First, I want to give one out to the Atlanta Hawks for winning, I think 7 or 8 straight, and I think it's 8 straight though. Let me make sure I say that right. Shout out to the Atlanta Hawks for that. Shout out to Joel Embiid for getting Player of the Week. He's been playing on the MVP level. Did not play yesterday, but boy, I definitely gotta give a shout out to Ja Morant. I got a second what Sharon said. I paid to go see that man play. I was telling my brother, son, we're gonna go see Ja. Ja worth every penny. I don't care what nobody says. If you got enough money to go see Ja, go see Ja. Ja worth every penny. This boy doing something that's just amazing. He worth every penny. After that, I gotta give it to Tyrese Maxey because my Uncle Rick, my brothers Hawk and Chuck and my cousin Dante. They all said the same thing after the game. We all said the same thing. Tyrese Maxey grew another level last night. Last night he grew another level. You see him growing another level in front of your eyes. Like that guy.
What did
like
he
was
do
going.
that made
He
you
was
think that? What did he?
Well,
do?
him going blow for blow with Ja Morant, like not being afraid of the big moment, taking shots that's needed, and there's another boy on the team. I think his name is Niang or Niang. I know I'm butchering his name right now, but he remind me of a little. He would be like Manu Ginobili's 5th cousin. That's the way he remind me. The way he play. Like, cause he just got like, I'm getting the ball. Let me do what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna take a shot. Like he ain't listening to what the play call was. He felt as though he got the ball. He gonna go shoot and take over the game.
It's my turn now. Okay.
Right. Like I'm just sitting there. I'm like, who told him?
I got 4 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna make it do what it do for 4 minutes.
And I wanna give another one out because I actually named the show today. Stop Being Greedy. Which was a famous song by DMX. So rest in peace to DMX. when I put the stop being greedy out there was because the Kansas City Chiefs had went for it with a couple seconds left in the first half, because they was trying to up the score. But the good defense the good defensive plays that was called by Cincinnati defensive coordinator and Eli Apple making that outstanding tackle on Tyreek Hill, actually stopped them from trying to be greedy, which actually cost them because in the next half they only scored 3 points. And again, I still don't know why this guy ain't up for a coaching job. Like you swept Patrick Mahomes, right? Then you went ahead and you swept Lamar Jackson. You beat Tennessee, who was the number 1 team in the AFC, and beat Kansas City, who was the number 2 team in the AFC. What more do you got to do? My defensive coach, Jonathan Gannon, is up for a head coaching job. We ain't beat nobody that good. We ain't beat nobody that good. I don't even know why he up for a head coaching job. We ain't beat nobody that good. Shout out to Cincinnati, man, for doing what y'all doing and having the lowest salary cap that I think I've ever seen. I think the highest paid player on your team is making $15 plus million.
Mixon?
Oh.
No, Mixon's making 12. I think it's not Trey. It's Trey. I think it's one of the corners.
Wow. Awuzie, what's he got a decent contract too, I think.
Yeah, but nobody got no max contracts. Which they're gonna end up being they're gonna end up being a blueprint of the NFL. Every GM and executive is gonna try to get a Super Bowl with a low cap like that. But go ahead, Ryan.
I'm gonna say this, Dennis. How we know they don't want to go to no other team? How we know they just want to stay together to build what you thought the Kansas City were trying to build? How we don't know that?
We don't.
They might say, well, we good enough to get to the Super Bowl. And they're trying to stay together. Everybody.
I'm with Blaze. Don't nobody want Lou. I don't know how to say his last name. But don't nobody want Lou.
Lou.
Who out of Roma? Who is that?
That's their defensive coordinator.
For the Bengals.
But he's good though.
Don't nobody want him. He made Eli Apple a starting corner in the NFL.
I don't think their defense is statistically that good, though.
I needed to mention Eli Apple because I know he's gotten a lot of scrutiny lately because he's been saying the wrong damn thing. But he has at least been doing his job on the field, though.
Yeah, I don't think the defense is statistically that good, though.
But they don't have no stars on their defense, though, Czar.
Bates is
ain't nobody
I like Bates. I like their one.
Bates is nice, but
their defensive end. What's his name? He's pretty good.
I'll put it to you like this: ain't nobody on their defense all pro.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't think
nobody on their team.
They're giving the Bengals credit for Burrow, Chase, and Mixon in that offense and going.
You can't do that.
No, the defense is not getting the credit for that.
But that's because nobody's giving them the credit.
Right. That's why. Dennis's point. That's his point.
Nobody's good. Like I said, my defensive coordinator, who got 40 and 50 40 put up on him at least 3 times.
Well, that was just playing us. You just can't. We just got.
No. We got 40 put on us against Kansas City too.
Oh well, then that's Kansas City. Dallas twice, Kansas City once. I mean, you can't. Y'all play a rugged
They swept Kansas City. They played them twice in the regular season and the playoffs. They swept Kansas City. They swept Lamar. They beat Tennessee. No.
I'm not talking about the team success. What did Kansas City put up in that loss when they beat them the first?
One joint they put up 35, and the last one was 24.
That's all I'm saying. Again, I'm not knocking the team success. I just don't know if I'm with you on the defensive coordinator. I hear you because winning is winning, and they make key stops.
Right.
And they need to. I just don't know if he deserves a head coaching job.
They don't have no superstars on their team. This has got to be like when you look at it, there's nobody on that team that you say on that defense, you like, man, I don't even know if I'm gonna throw to his side. You are thinking about it all day. I'm about to burn Eli Apple. But Eli Apple playing on a different level right now. If the Giants got this Eli Apple, they would be excited.
Well, sometimes it really take that one coach to get the best out of you.
Yeah, but see, that's what he specializes in, defensive backs.
Right.
That's what a lot of people don't know that. He specialized in defensive backs because that's
to
what he was
have
doing
that one
when he was
coach.
with the Miami Dolphins.
Right. You got to have that one coach to get the best out of you. Like, I had that one coach in high school, my 9th grade year, to get the best out of me. The best.
I just know if they don't have Joe Burrow, we wouldn't even be talking about this.
Well, you gotta get that defense.
Man, listen, I don't hate on Joe Burrow. I think
I hate that hate. Don't hate on the team.
I don't hate on Joe Burrow because cool Joe over there, he balling. Somebody else is over there balling too. Joe was over there balling. The offensive line is shaky. Like I said, it's shaky.
Yeah, well, we knew that.
Shaky.
We knew that.
Playing against Tennessee, they wasn't ready, but they was ready when they played against Kansas City, which I told everybody, Kansas City don't have a defensive line, so it's not nothing to worry about.
Right.
But we gonna see what they do in the Super Bowl. But like I said, they got a real low budget team. They doing great things over there in Cincinnati, and they are the blueprint that every NFL executive and GM is going to want. They're going to want a low budget team and win a Super Bowl with it. They are the blueprint.
Well, they're the blueprint also because of the way that they're playing. They are doing what needs to be done to win the game. Because there are no stars on the team, nobody's worrying about Sean.
Defense.
Nobody's worrying about Sean. Even the stars on the offense, they're not worried about Sean. They just want to play like a team. I don't see Joe Mixon tweeting out, look at me, give me my shine. I don't see that. They're just trying to get it done. They're not worried about that. And they're not worried about what anybody's saying. I like and respect that. And they're demonstrating the blueprint of teamwork. It takes everybody on that team to get it done. The quarterback does not have to play hero ball unless he has to play hero ball. But it's not a given and it's not always expected.
Hey, Ricky Bobby, I've been calling Frank Clark trash for like 3 years. And I think he makes $17 million a year.
Oh,
Frank Clark.
Frank Clark. Yeah. Who they got from Seattle?
Yeah. I'm sorry, anybody else got any more certified players?
Yeah, shout out to my homie, Double D out here in the Shy, DeMar DeRozan, getting that the fans finally recognizing, him as a starter for the NBA All-Star game. So shout out there because he's been this is his 5th time making it, but this is as a starter. And they played the Spurs. I thought this was cool. They played the Spurs this weekend, and I think he was only there 3 seasons. And they did a big tribute for him. Like, I was kind of shocked because, he was there not long. And I mean, he was okay there. Like we all talked about, we see now, they didn't really use him right. They, obviously, he was average, like you say, he was an all-star, 21 points a game, whatever. But he was just, he was never what he is now, But they showed this man love. They had a big video, and yeah, it was pretty dope. That the Spurs organization, man, that's a class act. So shout out to them as well for doing that. And you can tell it was heartfelt. So shout out.
A question from the comments, Dennis.
Okay.
A said, was it the defense or was Mahomes choking in the second half?
I'm gonna have to say it was a combination of both, to be honest with you. Because that defense is probably what led him to be choking like that. They did switch it up, and they switched up the defense and started playing a little bit differently, so that they wouldn't get beat by the big plays. And they got a lot of coverage sacks too, which was crazy because the offensive line was blocking. It wasn't offensive line issues because the offensive line was blocking, but offensive linemen just don't block for that long. Play's supposed to be 6 seconds. They expect you to get the ball out your hand in 3. I know I was expecting like 2, to be honest with you. I ain't holding nobody back all that time. Ain't that much oxygen on the sideline.
Anybody else got any comments on that? I agree with Dennis.
Me too.
All right. Another question from the comments. Comments going off today from Maurice Samuels.
The homie
Miami-
Momo.
No, actually from Blaze Thunder Gabbard. The Miami owner should be forced to sell the team. So if those allegations raised by Flores turn out to be true, should the Miami owner be forced to sell the team for promising him money for losing games?
I think because I think what is it? 3 organizations that sent on this allegation. Since we talking about it, let's talk about it.
Three what?
3 organizations is the Miami Dolphins, the Giants, and the Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos.
He actually named those 3, and then he said in 29 other John Does.
Mm-hmm.
So that means he sued the whole league, all 32 freaking teams.
He's suing the whole league.
That's really what he's doing. He's naming them individually, and then the 29 other John Doe teams is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with him.
The question is, if we find out that those allegations are true, just a poll. I'm just taking a poll amongst y'all from the comments. Do you think that the Miami owners should be forced to sell the team?
I agree.
I agree.
What you think are? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I do too.
I think the Giants should be forced to sell their team as well. Because I
I-
personally believe that they don't hire black coaches personally. Like, I really do believe that. Me and Guru was having that
Oh, yeah, I
conversation.
believe that too.
I
Yeah.
think Denver should be in trouble too. What you John Elway? What you doing going to your job drunk?
No, but I think he did that purposely though.
But once again, I get tired of these owners getting away with stuff.
Oh, he
But
did
they
it
actually already selling their team, so
He did
It really
really
is.
because he felt like, hey, why I gotta hurry up and clean myself up. I'm just interviewing him. He ain't gonna get the job no way. So he rolled up in there, hung over.
Right. Drunk, then I don't know what doing like this.
drunk as a skunk.
Right. You just smell it.
He shook his hand and burped in his face.
Mm-hmm.
All
Like
right. Next. That's some good questions from the comments. Thank you guys for your engagement and participation. As
Yes.
always.
Yes, we will thank y'all very much for that.
I wonder if Belichick did that on purpose.
I think he did because he was no, hold on, let me say it the right
I think
way.
he about almost at the end of his ropes. And they lost again. But I don't know. Bill, I can see some funny, I'm telling you, like
Wait a minute,
I think he did.
This is the Nino moment. Hey, if I gotta go down, I'm taking everybody with me.
right. This is bigger than
That's what I feel
It's
like.
big-
Bill
it's-
Belichick is
It's
like,
bigger. It's bigger than Bill Belichick.
bigger than
right.
Bill Belichick.
Right. I'm serious, like real talk.
He said,
He's a great actor, bro. He's a great actor.
Or as he signed it, BB.
Right.
Bigger than BB. I'm gonna
And
start calling
here's
him
the-
BB. I
okay.
ain't calling him Belichick anymore. I'm calling
When
him
did
BB.
Dabo get the job?
But shit, like
Somebody in the comments let me know. I think
Like
Will know.
Friday.
I mean, what day did they announce it? Is what
I
you
think
said?
it was
They
Friday.
announced it today.
No. They
That's when
announced-
I seen it.
It was
today.
No. I think he got it. I think
No,
it was
it
either
was
Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
All right, now
At
what
least-
day?
Friday
was
for
the-
sure.
Okay, now what day was the fake Tom Brady retirement?
Shit. That's a good question.
Sunday.
That was
I mean,
Sunday.
No, it was before Sunday.
It
That
had
was
to
Saturday. That was Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday afternoon.
Saturday.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Bill Belichick is something else. Yeah, he knew Tom Brady was retiring, and that was gonna be big news. Well, I got bigger news. Let me
Right.
slide this text message off.
So you think he trying to outdo Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Of course. Oh, so hold on. So this is just funny. I mean, coincidentally. So before the show, so I watch Sports Center usually, not every day, but if it works out and I'm here chilling, I always remember 3:00 just to catch shit. L, Duncan. So anyway, when it came on, they were sitting down, L and whoever, I forgot the other guy, and they were like, yeah, Tom Brady, blah blah. And they're like, normally we would start the show with this, but we have a bigger development, and that's exactly what you just said, Dennis. And then they went to the big Belichick, Brian Flores, and the NFL lawsuit.
They knew
And
what
they
they was
just
doing.
said that we would normally start off with Brady's retirement,
Right.
but this is bigger. And so that's when you just said that clicked right into my head. That's exactly how the show came on. So hey, that's what it was. He proved his point. And they showed the Texas right on TV, the whole nine, the whole conversation.
He ain't text the wrong person. He did that purposely.
Right.
What you think?
Yeah,
You know,
Bill. I don't even think Bill Belichick texts on his phone. I think he got an assistant that does it. Bill Belichick do too much of this. This is his fate. Too much of this. I don't really see him over there. He do too much of this.
Wait a minute. Or his son. He might have told his son
that son is going to Colombia every summer. Okay.
Right. He might have told.
I said it wrong. He's going to Cuba every summer. Okay. Ain't nobody in this day and age just being in I think he in his 30s, just saying, you know what, I think I want a mullet. Ain't nobody saying that like that. No. You going to Cuba every summer and making sure that you do what you do. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. You going to Cuba every summer.
So that's what I think. I think Bill Belichick told his son, be like, look, we're gonna get to the championship this year.
Yeah, he didn't. Oh, and I forgot Tom Brady didn't mention the Patriots in his retirement speech.
So I think he said we're gonna get to no Super Bowl this year. Well, Tom Brady killed our Ted last year. So they're trying to get a bigger story out there. So we could beat Tom Brady at his own game.
Oh man. Well, listen, we got two topics of the day. Now I'm gonna let everybody know in the comments so they can start off and they can put their comment in of who they want to say. Now, the first question, the first topic in question: name a player in any sport that you feel didn't get enough respect.
You on them sizzling?
You gonna say it? You got one, Zara?
Are you want me to shut this me out?
Yeah, you can.
A couple you could throw out there, but for me, I'm a let's go big. I'm gonna go Ken Griffey Jr. for baseball. I mean, I know he had injuries, and obviously some of these answers probably are going to be some players that had injuries, which is why they didn't get the respect. Coincidentally, whatever the case may be. But I mean, this dude probably skill wise, and is probably the best player. I mean, you can't name a player to me that's just better than him. As far as from a talent standpoint, I'm talking about defensively in the outfield, at the plate, clutch, timely hitting, home runs, the most pretty beautiful swing. But I did pull up one stat because I know people don't talk about it, but this one right here says a lot. So Ken Griffey had 5 seasons with at least 45 home runs and 15 stolen bases. That's the most all time. Just one fewer than every Hall of Famer combined. Now this I'm seeing is from 2016. So it's probably still held up 5 years, whatever the case. But this is every Hall of Famer that's in the Hall of Fame. He has one less season, and you put every single player in the Hall of Fame combined that's had 45 home runs and 15 stolen bases, and he's 1 season short. That right there is just remarkable, but he never gets talked about for greatest player. They talk about Barry Bonds, and they talk about, Willie Mays, A-Rod, and Ken Griffey is just as good as any of them dudes, and if probably better, but because of injuries, he don't get the credit. He don't get those same accolades, in my opinion.
Okay, all right. Ryan, you ready?
Yeah, I got one name for you: Jim Brown.
Jim Brown don't get enough respect.
Nope. We hear his name around this time of the year. And that's it. After that, we don't hear nothing else about Jim Brown. And I think that's so wrong for what he stand up for. He took a stand back in the day with Muhammad Ali, with
Lou Alcindor.
Right, with all these great players of their own time. But he started out though. He took that stand. I just think we should give him more props. Besides Black History Month.
And I'm gonna get you, sucker.
That too.
All right, what you got, Shannon? I can't hear you.
I said, come back to me.
Come back to me.
Player I think that don't get enough respect. I actually got a couple of them, but
I got like 5 of them.
I'm gonna say this player. I'm gonna say Barry Sanders is one I don't feel as though get enough respect. Like a lot of people be like, oh yeah, but he got a lot of garbage yards. He ran backwards a lot. You know, if you actually watch Barry play, it was hard for him to actually, you know, do the things that he needed to do because he didn't have the great offensive line like everybody else did. I'm not even gonna say great. He didn't even have a decent offensive line. They were very shaky.
Right.
That was a very shaky offensive line he had. But he made things happen as best as he could in Detroit. And every year he played, he had 1,000-yard rushing season, which is crazy. That was, to me, that was crazy for him not to have a good offensive line. So that's why I picked Barry Sanders, Hall of Famer.
He gets too much credit to me, but that's another story.
All right. You ready, Sharon?
Let me read your lips. Hold on.
can't hear
Talk
you,
slower.
Stan.
Let me read your lips.
Yeah, we can't hear you. You gotta speak up.
It's not, I'm not on mute.
You are.
Sometimes you fade out though.
Okay, well, let me pull my speaker towards me. Better. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's gonna seem like I'm a homer. I don't really care. But I'm gonna go Terry Bradshaw. Yep. I feel like he is always overlooked just because he had a great Steelers defense. And I'm very that's why I'm always adamant when I'm talking to you guys, stop penalizing players because they're on a good team. I just think it's the most ridiculous thing in the world to do. You still have to look at what that individual does as a player, what he contributes to the game outside of what other people do. You still have to be able to dissect that as a player. And the man was a legendary quarterback, but he's never mentioned in the top. Many people don't even have him in the top 10 or 15. I've had people put him low as 20, 25. And it's absolutely crazy. I'm looking at his what you call this thing? His Hall of Fame page. And you can see all the records that he held when he retired after the 1983 season. He was first in all kind of records, postseason records, Super Bowl records, regular season records, first and tied for second, second most tied for second, third. Top 3 in everything. There's not a stat that he finished lower than third. Not one. Yet nobody wants to ever give him credit. So I'm gonna say Terry Bradshaw. When you speak to the Steelers who played with him, all of them say they never would have won if he was not their quarterback. All of them say that. Now you got to remember who he was playing against at the time. And they said if he was not their quarterback, they would not have won 4 Super Bowls in 6 years. That's it.
All right. That was pretty good, Joe. Now we got one more left. Let me read people say in the comments real quick. Hold on. I think I can get everybody's. Okay. OG started off. He said OJ Simpson. As of course, Sam Sports said his favorite player of all time, Joe Flacco. Blade said he was just thinking Ken Griffey Jr. BJ said Tyrod Taylor. Blade said Terrell Owens. Ace said Ron about to say Roddy White. Let me see. Oh no, Ricky Bobby said Shoeless Joe played the best ball of his life, but the teammates caught him in that scandal and he was banned from baseball. Yet Tom and Bill Belichick got multiple slaps on the wrist. Wow. Ty Cobb baseball. Ty Cobb is the greatest player of all time. Written by Ty Cobb.
Right.
He had to toot his own horn. Ace also said Lennox Lewis, Scottie Pippen, Sammy Sosa, Larry Fitzgerald are a few off the top. BJ said, here she go with them Steelers. Ricky Bobby said, I actually love that one, Miss Sharon. Ricky Bobby said Jim Kelly. Ace said, if you really want a homer pick, Bruce Smith has the sack record and people never talk about him. Ernest said, my top 5 QB, Terry Bradshaw, is the guy who also has 4 rings. All right. Now we got another question for y'all in the comments. The NBA game is on the line. It's 3 seconds left. You need a 3-pointer to win. Who are you picking to take the shot? It could be any player, old or new.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Ray Allen.
Okay. You going with Jesus Shuttlesworth?
Of course. Well,
Ain't bad.
I got Ray Allen, then I got Reggie Miller.
All right. Who you guys are?
Oh, the greatest 3-point shooter of all time, Larry Bird. Ice in his veins, the man. That's what, all easy, all day long. Larry Legend, baby. French Lick, Indiana, shooting threes in his backyard on his wood backboard all day, all night. Larry Bird.
All right. Chocolate.
Hey, Zara, have you ever been to French Lick?
Actually, I ate at Larry Bird's when I was on a basketball team, and back then it wasn't no AAU. It was shit. It was on the tip of my tongue. What was the league? It'll come to me. I'll have to remember that. But
I don't remember the name of the league.
I was in 7th, 8th grade, and we had a tournament in French Lick, and Larry Bird, I'm sure is still there. He had his restaurant. I think around that time it was fairly new. After the tournament, the coach, we all ate at his restaurant. It was so dope. You know, we were in 7th, 8th grade, but absolutely, it was a great experience.
Never been in his restaurant, but I used to go to French Lick every summer. There was a golf tournament that my father used to play in. We used to go and stay at French Lick just about every single summer.
CYO is what the basketball was in the Midwest back then, and there was no such thing as AAU yet. But yeah.
But yeah, I used to go there and love French Lick. It's a nice little quaint town. Used to get in, play golf, stay overnight at the hotel, and go home. You know, I don't stay in Indiana too long.
Like I was about to say, Sharon, you had to be careful. You know, it's a basketball team, but you know, Indiana and French Lick. I mean, unfortunately, for historical purposes, yeah, you know, but
it's Indiana.
You know,
but I think if I had to pick, as much as I love Larry Legend, and he is a legend, and yes. I mean, ice in the veins, all that stuff, everything you said is true. I have to think about in the moment who I've seen just do that thing most of the time in that moment from 3. Larry did not have to do it that much. He didn't have to. He didn't have to shoot a lot of threes back then. He did not have to do it. So, yeah, I think he could do it. but that's not who I would pick. I actually would go with Ray. Even though you got Steph is, the greatest 3-point shooter ever now, I still
by
have not
numbers
seen
and
him do it
attempts.
enough in the moment. But Ray Allen,
Oh,
you can just pretty much count on that shit going in like a movie. You
yeah, I
really
would probably
can.
take Ray second. Reggie
No,
Miller
I
gives
take
another
Ray.
good one.
I
Reggie
take Ray.
Miller.
I'd have about
That
5 or 6
dude,
people before I take Steph.
that dude is like a machine. That muscle memory, he does it all the time, the same way every time. He knows where to step at all times. He does not even have to look down. He's just like an automatic 3. Just walking down the street. Oh, you need 3? Okay, let me get that right quick. That's how it is. So I take Ray. You
All right.
call him Ray?
I'm taking
Ray.
I like how y'all took those players. Those are actually some good players that y'all took. I like it. Good players. I'm taking the guy who's been doing this for a long time, and he got 7 rings out of it. Big shot Bob.
Big shot Bob.
Big shot Bob.
Some of those shots wasn't even designed for him.
I don't think none of them was designed
You know
for him.
what?
If you want,
Right,
you want
that's
to be
what I'm
honest.
saying. That's
I
why
don't
I'm
think
trying to
none of
pick
them was
him.
designed for him.
See, I'm thinking like a play has
that's
to
not
be. It's
true,
one of
Dennis.
those
They
where
were
play.
designed for him.
No,
No.
I said some of them. He said all of them. I said a couple of
Um,
them were lucky rebounds or tip outs, but
Right.
I'm thinking of a player like Design, a few seconds left, and this guy has the ball in his hands. But I see where you're going with it, that route as well.
I've seen them go to the sideline. They write the play. They come out. It's his call. It's his shot.
Right.
Get a ball to him. Do your thing. That's
If
it.
I said something like 1 second, if I said that 1 second, I gotta get the shot off.
He did it to the Kings.
I probably would
Sam
have said
said,
Derek
the
Fisher
Queens.
if it was 1 second.
Oh
1
yeah.
second?
I'm surprised you didn't say Steve Kerr.
She know
Oh shit.
See, that's what I'm saying. Those guys are great and they made game winning
Steve Kerr is
threes,
one of
but
the
not
most accurate
designed.
shooters of
Right.
all
He
time.
wasn't not that
Most
accurate.
accurate. You can't
Go
not
wrong
count
with
him.
Right.
accurate
Most accurate.
Reggie Miller. He do it to the Knicks all the time. All the time. He used to get torture the Knicks.
Reggie, the New York
You
Killer.
can never count out. You can never.
Yeah, we
Jay
put hands
Jones-
on Reggie, even though I feel you,
Jay
I-
Ron,
Jones
but
is right.
we put
You
hands
can
on
never
him
count
though. But
Kobe out.
Literally.
he did
You
kill
can't
New
count
York
Kobe
though.
out.
He killed New York Knicks all the time.
Just that one game when he made like 3 in like what
What?
20
In
seconds.
what, 5 seconds?
Well, it wasn't 5, but it was still pretty incredible though.
I was like, oh my God. Y'all
Yeah,
cannot put two bodies?
he did the
on it?
choke move to Spike Lee. That shit was
Right.
classic, bro.
I like, y'all can't put 2 bodies on this man or nothing?
Yeah.
Well, you ready, Ron?
Yeah. I'm finna start with my question first.
Oh, I thought we were talking about that situation. Okay,
Oh,
let's go. Question.
oh, okay.
No. Go right ahead.
Do you
Go ahead.
think
Let's do the
it is?
questions.
Do you think it is hard to win an NBA championship, or do you think it is harder to win a Super Bowl?
I'm going with a Super Bowl.
I'm going with Super Bowl.
Sure.
Because the reason why mine, and we talk about this on other shows, other topics, when they try to compare like a player, what he's done on a football team and his success versus the NBA. An NBA, if you a great player can have a bigger impact and can kind of carry you.
Right.
Where the NBA, yes, the quarterback kind of to an extent, but you're talking 11 guys, and the quarterback also don't play defense,
Right.
So like it's tougher. It's really hard, in my opinion. I mean, remember I made the point last week when you had the question about Dallas, what's
Right.
wrong with Dallas? And I
Right.
start naming all the teams that ain't even been to a Super Bowl in
Right.
30 years or ain't
Right.
won one. Like,
Right.
let alone us with 5. I know we got problems, but I'm like, it's hard. It's very hard. So yeah, one player definitely just like you can have a Jordan or a Kobe or whatever, and you may get you 1 or 2, 3, whatever. But unfortunately, NFL. I mean, outside of maybe I guess Tom Brady, in a sense. But yeah, definitely Super Bowl is tougher in my opinion.
What do you think, Sharon?
I want to hear Dennis's explanation first as to why he picked football. I mean Super Bowl.
I got no explanation.
Yes, you do. You don't have no explanation. You just picked them just out the air.
Yeah.
Nah, just track record. You can even say it because of like dynasties. How many are there in the NBA? Like you had the Bulls dynasty, you had a LA, couple of LA dynasties, you had a Celtics dynasty, Pistons went back to, you had a few back-to-backs, like in the Warriors, like in football, it ain't many of those. It's hard to win one, let alone repeat. Or
They're like 4.
I would have just won with that. That's
All
another
right.
one.
Well,
So
5.
in my opinion, it's harder to get to the Super Bowl, but it's harder to win an NBA championship. And the reason why I say that is because you got to win best of 7. You got to win 4 out of 7.
Right.
So you got to beat this team not one time. You got to beat them 4 times.
Oof.
You got to win. Ain't no tying, ain't no ties, and none of that crap. You got to beat them, and you got to beat them 4 times. And you only have so many days to do it in. And it don't matter who's hurt or not. It doesn't matter. You just gotta. You got to beat them 4 times. So to me, it's harder to get to the Super Bowl, but it's harder to win an NBA championship.
Okay. My next question. What NFL team should give Louis Riddick a chance to be a GM?
What team need a GM?
Never say.
I think all the teams that need a GM got him now.
Right,
I
but
think so too.
I mean, if I was Chicago, I would have called him
That
ASAP.
wasn't gonna happen.
Well, I mean, they did hire a former player though, so
Right,
I ain't that mad at that.
I would have called him ASAP.
I would have said Houston at one point, but
Nah.
him and Flores would have been nice.
Yeah, would have, but we know about Houston.
Wait a
Maybe
minute, hold
Atlanta,
on.
maybe Atlanta next year.
Did Oakland get their GM?
Yep.
Yep.
I know they
And so we just got a new GM.
No, but I'm saying after 2 consecutive losing seasons, I think they may get a new one next year.
well, they did better than they did last year, so I can't say that.
No, I'm talking about this coming year consecutively.
Hey, yo, I'm leaving
The
you
hate is
alone.
real, boy.
Y'all didn't get what I'm saying.
The hate is real, boy.
Hey man, but listen, if it does, okay, since we going on if, let's just say that the Jaguars get rid of their GM, then I think that's where I think I would want him to go. To the
But
Jaguars.
we know they will not do that.
Yeah, but you asked me about if. I'm trying to give you the best answer I
They
got.
hire
Because
Leftwich,
we ain't got no answer for this question. So I'm trying to give you the best I got.
If they hire Leftwich, they might. Yeah.
Do you think John Harbaugh should be on the hot seat from the Baltimore Ravens?
No.
I say no. He was before they put Lamar in. Lamar saved him. Might as well ride it out.
Do you think John Harbaugh should be on the hot seat?
Yeah, I think he should be on the hot seat because he was on the hot seat before Lamar got there. He was on the hot seat before Lamar got there. Lamar got there, saved him from the hot seat, cooled his ass off a little bit. But then at the end of the season, I think it should be simmering a little.
Ooh, like.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if we can't use injuries and stuff as excuses and COVID as excuses, then they can't either. So, yeah.
Y'all hear that, BJ?
Yeah.
I mean,
My
hell,
next question. Name a head coach that should never, ever get another coaching job in the NFL.
Oh, that's easy for me.
Who you got, Sharon?
Chip Kelly. That's one. Number 2 is that fool that they just hired somewhere. He used to coach the Rams. Oh God, I can see his
Oh,
face right now.
the
I can see
mustache.
his face.
Jeff Fisher?
The
Yep. Jeff Fisher. Never again. Nope. Jeff Fisher. What was that dude that was over at Houston? What's that idiot's name?
Oh,
Bill,
Brian,
Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien.
Bill
Yeah.
I
O'Brien.
Bill
actually, I
Bryant.
actually like Bill
I
O'Brien.
always forget his name.
I
You
actually
don't
like
like
Bill
him.
O'Brien, even
You
though he
don't
kind
like
of
him 'cause,
screwed us at Penn
You
State a
can
little
like
bit.
him all you want. He should not be a quarterback. What you call it? A coach, a head coach in the
I think he
NFL.
will get another job.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
Now I'm
Oh,
gonna
he-
say,
The question
Wait a
is,
minute.
should he?
Is he
No,
white?
he shouldn't.
Is he white?
sit your white ass down.
This white ass is getting a job.
I finna say this. Is the NFL hire him after the bullshit he did with the Texas? There's something wrong there.
They will.
No, but I'm gonna
wrong,
be
man.
honest. He's got a good mind. He's a good coach despite that mistake. At least that's what I think.
Okay, so let me say this about that good coach thing, Czar. Races are good Christians too. Don't want them around my family though.
Right.
So that's the point that I'm making.
No, I hear
See
you.
what I'm
I hear you.
saying?
No, I'm
So,
not
I mean,
arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you. I'm
oh,
just
I
saying.
know it. I know it. But what I'm saying is he can be a good coach, but he don't need to coach in the NFL no more.
Right. No, if
just
he
doesn't.
don't, like I said, he kind of stiffed us.
Anytime you put your biases ahead of winning, you
Yeah.
don't deserve to coach my team if I'm an owner. I don't
Right.
care what you are. I don't care how good you can write up a play on X and O's on the board. But you're going to sit up there and trade DeAndre Hopkins because you have a bias? Because
Right.
everybody can see that's all that was.
Right.
He had nothing to do with play. Nothing.
Right.
Hold on. Let me read these comments.
I'm gonna say, well, let me say mine. John Gruden is mine.
All right.
Take it easy when we know he ain't getting the job.
Blaze says Super Bowl. Ace says Super Bowl way harder. Blaze said, "Holy shit, we are in the Super Bowl." Jay Jones said, "I say NBA championship is more difficult." How Sharon put it, I would rather try to win 4 times rather than one and done. Okay, I don't see that. Carolina next year will need a GM. Minnesota got a GM. Blaze said, yeah. Ace said ATL need a GM, Ryan. Ace also said, Blaze said the analytics guy from Cleveland is the GM in Minnesota. When you said the thing about what's the name, the coach for the Baltimore Ravens, he said yes, he went for it twice and cost him a playoff spot. He's just as questionable as McVay.
Hey,
Adam
right.
Gase is what Ace said. Josh McDaniels and Blaze said, oh wait. Then Ernest said Brian Dabo. I meant OG. Goddamn, I was Ernest. Blaze said Adam Gase is the right answer. Ace said Bill O'Brien. Juke came in and said, who was that guy talking nonsense about Bills, Josh Allen? Ace said John Gruden. The Juke said talking about Josh Allen was going to beat the Chiefs. Ernest said Mike McCartney, Dick Duran, Chan Gailey, Greg Williams. Hold on, man. You just ain't going to name all your bad coaches. That's not what you're going to do. You ain't about to name all your bad coaches.
He named 4 of them.
Right. He just put the keyboard down, OG. You ain't about to name all them bad coaches.
Well, I got one. He don't need to be in the NFL no more.
Know that. Adam Gase?
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He don't need to be in the NFL, not even the water board.
OG said I just did.
Like I said, Chip Kelly is my number 1. Chip Kelly don't ever need to touch the NFL in no capacity.
All right, what you got, Ryan?
What NFL team need to trade for a head coach in the
Trade?
Trade.
Atlanta.
You said you're
I
right.
need to get Gruden.
No, we don't either. Sam?
Czar, you really got your troll on today, don't you?
Right.
No, I think in all honesty, I think no, I'm not going to troll. I'm not going to say that. All right. I think the Arizona Cardinals. If the Arizona Cardinals made the trade with the Tennessee Titans and got Mike Vrabel, I think they'll be a better team.
But that's his coach, though, Kingsbury.
Yeah. Just because that's your coach don't mean it's going to work out that way.
Kingsbury is just a bad coach.
Yeah, I don't think he's that good of a coach. I just thought he was smart and bold, and I was with it and called it when he took Kyler, because you don't do that when you just drafted a quarterback in the top 5 just 2 years ago. And he was like, that ain't my quarterback, and teams don't make that move. He did. So that was genius, but I don't think he's a really good head coach, though.
I thought somebody was backing up. I'm looking around.
I just think he a bad coach in the NFL, but a good coach in college.
You weren't really that good in college.
Hold up, Ace. Ace asked the question. Y'all know when the last coach was traded and when? I think the last coach that was traded was Herm Edwards, and he got traded from the Jets to the Chiefs.
Didn't Gruden got traded before?
Gruden got traded from the Raiders to the
Tampa Bay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my guesses.
I know. Only 2 times I know.
I think there's another one.
That I can I can't think of no others.
That's it. Give me two.
See that? I know my trivia. Don't even need to Google. Bang!
Give me 2 players that should be in the dunk contest this year.
What? Yo, speaking. All right, I'll let y'all go. I'll wait till.
That should be that aren't, you're saying?
No.
Who would you like to see in the dunk contest?
I'm upset. Okay, I'll say it. I'm upset that Gary Payton Jr. is not in the dunk contest.
Okay.
That's what I was upset about, but they said it's not official. They said it's not official, but I'm like, why is he not in the dunk contest?
Why isn't he in it?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
See, they're going to wait till somebody get hurt, and then just slide his name in there.
I just know I'm glad Jalen Green is in it, and I'm glad Obi Toppin is in it. That's my boy. Come on, Obi.
Who you got, Zar?
Well, who I got, and I understand why he's not, and I'm glad actually he's not. He's the greatest dunk contest dunker. Well, Jordan for me, but Zach LaVine. But honestly, I probably wouldn't want him to do it again because we got bigger things that we're trying to do. And if he was to get hurt doing that, he's already tore his ACL before, knock on wood. So, but that would be easily my selection.
Now, that's a good trivia question. Who the last player to do the dunk contest get injured? I wouldn't know the answer to that.
In the dunk contest?
In the dunk contest. I wouldn't know the
I've
answer
seen
to
them
that.
all. I'm trying to think. I don't know if anyone ever got, to be honest, I don't know if anyone's ever.
Because everybody always say it. I ain't going to do dunk contests I get injured.
Right.
I
don't think anyone ever got hurt.
That's not, listen, but I hear it all the time. I ain't doing dunk contests I might get injured.
I've seen them all a lot, and I don't remember specifically anyone getting hurt. I'm not saying it's never happened.
That I know about.
Right.
My next question. What free agent in the NFL your team should sign this offseason?
Well, Ace said Blake got hurt, didn't he?
No, he didn't. He won the dunk contest in 2011. Only one he ever did.
No, he didn't. He didn't get hurt.
He didn't get. He jumped over a car at the end. Remember?
He ain't jump over.
That garbage ass dunk.
Yeah, he ain't jump over.
All his dunks before that were way better. That was that was the worst finale overhyped dunk I've ever seen.
Kenny Smith hyped that joint up.
He did his job. He was bomb.
NFL free agent that I want.
NFL free agent. That you think he
I would take, and I just seen this from AB. Shout out to AB, man. I would take Chris Godwin, but I want us to get a middle linebacker. But I can't remember what middle linebacker I wanted. But I would take Chris Godwin.
Who you got, Sam?
I know this ain't gonna happen, but I would love to get Devontae Adams. We need a good wide receiver.
$30
I
million.
thought you like your receivers.
What?
I thought you liked your receiving core.
I never said that.
$30 million.
You
I
think
said
so?
we don't have any. We don't have number ones. We have twos, a bunch of twos, and a 1.5. We don't have a 1.
Right.
Who you got, Zar?
Oh, for me, it's easy. We don't really need a ton of pieces, but J.C. Jackson would be perfect opposite of Diggs.
J.C. Jackson.
J.C. Jackson. You know who that is, right? He's a free agent for New England.
Yeah, but you ain't getting no more corners. You can't
What
afford
you mean?
it.
We got one cornerback.
You can't afford them.
No, duh. We can't afford it. We probably can't afford some of our own damn free agents, but I'm answering the question. This is fantasy, right?
Yeah, that's what this is.
I mean, Sharon wanted Devontae. That ain't happening.
Oh, it's not. It's not gonna happen.
I think I'll take either Dante Hightower or Jared Davis.
H is a good one.
Get
My next-
Antonio Brown. You get Antonio Brown.
No. He ain't played a full season since he was a Steeler. I'm cool.
You know,
My
Juju.
next question.
Get Juju. He leaving.
No, I don't need no bad juju over here.
He ain't bad. He's not bad.
You don't like Juju being Tommy?
I like Juju.
You gonna be dancing on y'all logo and stuff, dude.
Right.
He ain't gonna be.
He over there.
Be dancing. He gonna be playing the game.
You gonna be TikToking. You gonna be like this.
Right.
Yeah, whatever.
Then somebody in Philly gonna talk about him. Now he got a mental health issue. He don't want to play. Philadelphia a little bit too much for him. I'm cool.
My
I'm not
next
gonna do-
question.
he ain't gonna do all that.
How far you think the Dallas Mavericks will go this year? Czar.
Okay. Right now, they're the 6th seed, which is not good.
Who the third seed?
Phoenix. Come on, man.
Oh, I thought Phoenix.
They
was
won
number
10 in
2.
a row. Phoenix has won 10 in a row. On fire. 40-9. So as of right now, they would play you guys' beloved Memphis Grizzlies, who's the 3rd seed.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay.
That would be an interesting series because both are
What's
very
the-
inexperienced in the playoffs. 2 great point guards, maybe the next best 2 point guards the next 10 years potentially, at the position. I had big hopes from them to at the beginning of the year. Do I still have big hopes? Can they be? They can't beat Phoenix. I think they could beat Memphis. Actually, I don't think they could beat Golden State. So
You think they could be who?
I think they could beat Memphis in a series.
You lost your mind.
I'm telling you, Memphis. Why?
But
Memphis
but
hasn't
wait a
done
minute.
anything. Memphis barely made the playoffs last year. Dallas at least has 2-3 years of playoff experience.
But I'm gonna say you like this, and I ain't gonna all the way throw you off. But I think that they have a possibility of getting that 4th, 5th spot, and I can see them beating Utah or Denver.
Do you see now? So you start off shaky, but you finish strong.
But they ain't beat Memphis.
I got them winning
Memphis best.
one. I got them winning one playoff series, even if they're at 6 and they play Memphis, or if they're at 5 or 4, like Dennis just said, they could beat Utah as well. So I'm gonna say they'll win one series and then they'll lose to either Golden State or Phoenix in that second round.
How about you, Sam?
Second round.
See,
I don't know against who and all that, but I got him second round.
Memphis, I don't think they to beat them.
I don't either.
Because they younger, they faster,
and they loaded.
And they real loaded.
That's experience, no experience though.
Yeah, no experience, but
no. They don't have 0 experience. They made the playoffs the last 2 seasons.
No, just last year, right?
Yeah, they ain't made the playoffs here before.
No,
they made it in the bubble.
No, they made the play in.
Okay, well, they made the play in. That's Hey,
That's
to
not
me,
playoffs though.
That
to
ain't
me,
playoffs.
Playoffs is the best
to
of
me,
7
that's
series.
playoffs.
But
That ain't
I
no
got.
playoffs.
Do
To me
you
it is,
trust
because they
Dallas?
shouldn't have it no way. Some bullshit is
Well,
going
look,
on.
if that happened, then it's
That's what it is. It's
Matter
not
of
the
fact,
playoffs. It's some
hey.
bullshit. That's what it is. That's what you got it right. It's not the playoffs. It's some
It's some
bullshit.
bullshit,
You
right?
got
I'm
it right.
glad we
That's
agree
exactly, you
on
said it
something
exactly
tonight,
right.
young man.
I gotta
Okay.
say this. Do y'all trust Dallas big man?
No.
No, listen, I don't trust him. Okay. I said it 2 years ago. I didn't trust him then. I don't trust him now. He has good moments. He's a good player, but I think he's a little arrogant in that. Yeah, we know all the players are arrogant in some way. We know that.
Right.
Okay, that's fine. But that's not what I mean. I mean, I get the feeling that he doesn't like to listen and he's difficult to coach. That's the feeling I have about him. And that's why I don't have a lot of confidence in him long term.
What I got is he shy away from when everything on the line, he shy away from it. Like,
Because
don't
what?
give me the big man from Dallas.
Oh, okay.
He
You
shy
say he
of-
shies away from it. Okay, yeah, I
Right,
got
he
you.
shy away from when everything on the line, you know, like don't give me the ball. Give somebody else the ball. And in the NBA, you got to get what you can, or you're gonna be on the sideline. Next man up.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna talk about this.
Hold on, let me read these comments and then we're gonna get right into that. All right. Let me read these comments. Answered that one. He said, yes, correct, Dennis, 2006. They just announced a few today. Let's keep our coach King Czar OG McCarthy. LOL. I like the Magic, but I don't know what Cole Anthony is going to do. Blake got hurt, didn't he? Jumped over the car. Czar said, no. I like to see Buffalo get playoff Lenny. Okay. Bengals, some O-line help. Yeah, y'all get it. Sharon want Jimmy G. Ernest said middle linebacker Khalil Mack is perfect for Buffalo. That's a lot of money. He said nobody mentioned Michael Thomas or Amari Cooper. I didn't know Amari Cooper was a free agent.
They cannot sign
Amari Cooper ain't no free agent. He just
didn't
signed
see
a
him
max
on the
deal.
list.
I wish he was a free agent.
I didn't see him on this list.
Man.
Michael
I ain't
Gallup's
see
a
him on the
free
list
agent.
either.
Michael Gallup's a free agent with his torn
But
ACL.
you don't know how that knee will come out.
See, I don't know
Him
who
and Chris
all the
Godwin
wide
got a
receivers
knee
is not
issue.
on it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, he's
at
not
the
free.
Burrow with the torn ACL, I ain't worried about no ACL no more. Blaze
Hey,
said
tell Ace, hold on. Tell Ace, don't be getting me excited saying Amari Cooper and it ain't true.
He heard you.
Yeah,
Ernest
he
said,
ain't
who
free
Dallas? Ernest said, hell no, Czar. Adam said, what's up, family? I'm glad I made it to watch y'all a little bit. Just got done at the gym. Ace said they one and done for me. Ernest said, what's up to Double A? Juke said, where's Guru? Juke Guru is taking care of some family business. We said that before the show, but I mean, you know, I'll tell you again, he take care of some family business. He'll be back with us currently. We praying for him and his family. Double A say John need a bit more help, or the current Robin needs to develop. Well, the current Robin is actually injured.
No, the current Robin is Triple J.
No, the current Robin is injured. I don't know.
You talking about Bane?
No. Bain played last night.
Dude. Not
Dylan
Bane, the other
Brooks
dude.
is the
He is
current
not
Robin.
Robin. He is not Robin.
That's Dennis' boy. Right?
Dylan
He's
Brooks.
good, but he is not Robin. Triple J might make the All-Star team.
Yeah, like I said. That's because Dylan Brooks didn't play that much this season.
That's
Again.
because Dylan Brooks is injured.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, I said
y'all
that.
think
the
Dylan
only
Brooks is better
reason.
than Triple J? Y'all crazy.
I think he got. I don't think that he's more talented, but I think he plays with more heart.
Okay.
I'll say
I
that.
like him. I like him.
He was balling before he got out.
Buck Flair said, "Woo!" Ernest said, "Never heard of him." Adam said, "Dylan Brooks and Jared Jackson, I think, His name is not enough to me yet. Yeah, you don't watch basketball, I can tell. Buck Flair said Matt Ryan to the Bucks next. Oh Lord.
Oh, that's what
Yeah.
OG doing with this weed shit because I was doing it. Remember in the Zoom with Buffalo, like when they played Kansas City, I kept saying weed. I kept wondering what he kept saying, talking about Dallas in the weed sense. That's what he doing. Okay,
Chris
okay,
Pat
OG.
Porzingis. Okay, Darius Too Cool said
Porzingis.
it's all
Porzingis.
about being a team player. Sharon said, hell no to Jimmy G. Travis said, what up, my people? What's going on, Travis? Buck Flair said, congratulations to Brady retiring. Ain't nobody care.
Tampa Bay back to purgatory.
Yeah.
Send them Bucks back to purgatory.
You really
We glad he getting.
Hold on. Ace said, LOL, my bad, Czar. Juke said that Joe Burrow's better than Josh Allen's Bills.
Yes.
Adam said that Dylan Brooks is raw. We not getting rid of Amari Cooper. Kings are OG. What Kings are OG? We gonna win we gonna win Dallas. Yo, he is going in with the weed. He is going in with the weed. Yeah, I forgot you said that day.
Right.
Because everybody was talking some. Yeah, we need to do this. We need. And so Zara was like, yeah, we gonna get it together, ain't we?
Nah, because Devon, him and this weed Buffalo when he Chicago.
Right. All season, Chicago Bears.
Now all of a sudden it's we in Buffalo.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, so you peeped that too.
Oh, we said something to him about it. We catch all over.
I trolled him all day in the Zoom, Sharon.
Yeah, I wasn't in the Zoom, but I heard him say it before. Like on that when he came on the Buck Flair show that time. And I
Jim
heard him say it
Harbaugh,
on
Vikings coach.
another time.
Right.
I was like,
Burrow's not better than Josh. Off what premises? Explain that. Juke, talking to you. Juke and Ace.
I know it. Don't get
they going at it. All right, you ready, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm ready.
It's close, but I like Burrow.
I am so glad a head coach put the NFL on blast. I am so glad they showed what we already been knowing, what been going on in the NFL forever. Now, the NFL need to step up and fire the head coaches. They need to get terminated. No ifs, buts about it. ASAP. Right now. I don't care. You got to go to their house, right their ass up. I don't care. You got to terminate their ass right now. No ifs, buts about it. Because racist should nobody got to go through racist like he did.
Okay.
Whatsoever.
Well, if don't nobody know, we're talking about Brian Flores and the text messages that came out today about how he from Bill Belichick, how he found out that he wasn't getting the job, and also the way he was mistreated against for the Giants. How he found out he wasn't getting the job for the Giants through Bill Belichick, and how he was treated with the Denver Broncos, and how his treatment was when he was with the Miami Dolphins.
Now, the Miami Dolphins, what, owner or GM?
Owner.
Okay, well, he needs to get fired.
Well, they're not gonna fire you. Mean he needs to sell the team.
You need to call that man right now and tell him get somebody to buy that team. No ifs, buts about it. Oh, I will pay you what, $100 million to lose every game in the NFL for 3 years, and then man, how many games he won this year? 7?
7 straight. I think he only won 7.
I think they won 9.
They won 9 on it.
But you gonna fire this man for what? It don't make sense. And you ain't give the man the quarterback who he wanted. He ain't want to. He wanted the Chargers quarterback.
Herbert.
Or the Houston Texans quarterback.
And you told him, man, hell no. So you need to be you need to get going right now. The commissioner of the NFL need to call your ass, player, you got to go. I don't know where you're going, but you got to get the foot on out here.
All right. Sharon, what you got to say on this situation?
Well, I agree with Ron. A lot of people are clutching pearls about this breaking news, and we talked about this before the show. I'm not clutching pearls because this is the type of crap that's been going on in the NFL and other places too. We all know all the time. I'm not surprised by it. I mean, we can even go back to dude that was with the coach of Chicago. What was his name? Caldwell. He didn't deserve to get fired. He didn't deserve to get fired. And ever since he was, Detroit has gone downhill and staying down there because of it. Because I believe karma is a trip. And I'm just saying, I'm not surprised by it. He did what he had to do with that team. He made something out of nothing on that team. Because everybody thought Miami was trash after the first 3 games. Everybody did. Everybody was talking about it. Dolphins ended up going 9-8.
Yeah, I think they were 1-5.
No, they was 1. They was 0-7.
Oh no, 1-6, 1-7, huh?
No, they was 0-7.
No. They won a game early.
Listen,
like the first game.
Listen. Last season they went 10-6. This season they were 9-8.
Right. They won the first
Please
game.
tell me why this man was fired. The only reason he was fired was because of either personality differences or whatever. It had nothing to do with his ability to coach. But then he goes up to interview with other teams, but nobody's considering him after what he did. He threw up a bunch of crap and made 2 seasons out of it. That's to say something. And fans who only think Super Bowl are really missing something here. Everybody can't make the damn Super Bowl. 32 teams, everybody ain't going. Only 2 going, 1's gonna win. So if that's being the case, you have to look at what success means besides winning the Super Bowl, because everybody ain't gonna win it. You're trying to win, you're trying to rebuild to get there, but until you do, you have different levels of success as you work to get there. He had to start with crap, losing season before he got there. I think his first year, they might have had a losing season, but the last 2, he increasingly got better. What is the problem? What's the problem?
And with a garbage quarterback.
When he releases all this stuff, now we see the real reason why he was fired.
Right.
He was fired because he was not going to play ball with them. He was not going to lay down. He wasn't going to take the fall, to use a boxing analogy. He was not going to take the fall. That's why. When the last time they asked a white coach to do that? I want to know. I want somebody to tell me. I want it to come out in court. I want the question to be asked by the prosecutor.
I can't prove it, but I believe
it's been done. I want somebody to ask. I want somebody to come forward that had the balls enough to come forward and say, you know what, they did this to me too. I bet you we won't see that, because they're not going to ask that of a white coach. They won't do that. No, they wouldn't do that. But then people want to ask the question, why y'all always got to make everything about race? We don't. We know we black. We get up in the morning to see ourselves black. We ain't got to make it about race. Y'all the ones that make it about race. Because you automatically, with your biases, automatically believe that they're not going to be a good coach. You don't even consider them. You consider the good old boys network.
Just a good old boy.
They don't even bother to even look at the resume. They've already decided. Oh, we got this Rooney Rule. Okay. Who you gonna I bet you they call each other. Who you gonna interview?
Right.
Well, I'm gonna interview that dot. Who you gonna interview? Well, I'm gonna interview that dot. This other owner over here, oh well, I think I'm gonna interview 3 of them. Make it look legit.
Right. I'm gonna show it with Hennessy.
I'm just saying. I know how they play the game.
Elway was at the black and white party. Like, I got an interview, y'all. Buzzing showed up.
See, what I don't understand, we seen what this man done with the Miami Dolphins.
That's what I said.
He should get a job. That should be right. That should be knocking down this man's door.
I was on this show when he got fired. I said, you know what? He gonna get a job. I just knew he would get a job because of how well he did. And so
I don't know about now, but I'm glad he did what he did, though.
I'm talking about then.
Right.
When he first got fired on this show, I said he will get a job because he's he's proven to be a good coach, right? So I'm thinking pie in the sky. I'm just giving them benefit of the doubt. I'm thinking surely after everything we've been through the last at least 3 years, surely they would not try to do this man like this, right? Shit.
With my boy in the wire. Shit.
I mean, it just sad, but they hire people with no experience in the NFL. They best friends. It's sad.
Not just their golf buddies. They're golf buddies.
Friends. No, not just their best friends, but their best friends' sons and son-in-laws and nephews. That's who they're hiring.
And this man got experience. You can see on his resume what he just done. See, that shit really pissed me the fuck off because nobody not stepping up to the plate. And where's Jay-Z at?
He in the lab right now.
Jay-Z, you said you wasn't trying to make change, but you disappear. You playing hide your seat. You know where to be found.
Yeah, I ain't ready to trash Jay-Z about this.
Only thing I can say.
Well, it just got started. Let's see what happened.
We don't know what Jay-Z is or is not doing.
That's what I'm saying. It just got started, Ron. Let's see what the chips fall.
Him out of it. No, Ron can say what he wants to say. I'm just saying.
No. I mean, but let's see where the chips fall.
I'm saying for me, I can't co-sign that. Is what I'm saying.
Right. It's too early. We don't know.
I don't know what he is or is not doing. I don't have to hear him in a press conference coming out saying what he's doing to know he's doing something. I don't have to, but that's just me.
Right. No, it just came out. Let's see it all unfold and see who does what, and like you said, other coaches or Jay-Z,
Right.
Let's see. Right now, it just started though. We don't know the backlash yet.
Okay, what did y'all say, Dennis?
The problem is the NFL, and I've heard Jonathan say this. Jonathan Benton, I think it's third. Jonathan Benton third. Shout out to Jonathan Benton. He said we don't have any strong black leaders out there. Us calling Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, is not enough. And I said, the NFL isn't ran like the NBA. The NBA, the players control the league in the NBA. So they could get up there and they could make a change, and they'll, as when we was in a bubble and Milwaukee said that they wasn't playing that game and there was no game played.
Right.
And they, they enforced change, and they got, the commissioner Adam Silver to get behind them and things like that. We don't have that in the NFL.
Right.
I'm sorry, I ain't gonna say we. The NFL does not have that.
Let me say this.
But it can happen, but all I'm saying is as of right now, it is not happening. Now, what Brian Flores is doing, I'm glad that he's shining a light on it. I don't think he's gonna get a coaching job out of this either. I think he's gonna get a big settlement. and that's about it.
Right.
But I know a lot
You
of
think he'll
coaches.
get another job?
No.
No, he ain't getting another. No.
He
might go to college. He go to college though, but he ain't get another.
He going to college.
Hey, I was just saying, hey, what Ace just said. You think Eminem and Dre and all them are gonna perform?
I mean, somebody need to take a stand on this.
I don't know.
I'm curious about that. I'm actually curious about that.
The one thing I was
that's
thinking.
why
Now,
I
the
say
one
it's
thing
a
I'm
good
also
question.
going to say is, I wasn't out here to say he was such a good coach. I think he did an all right job. He was all right. Did an all right job.
I mean,
That's what I truly believe on it. Did an all right job.
Okay, Dennis, let me ask you this. Put yourself as an owner of Philadelphia. Right? Now, look at his resume, what he just done with the Miami Dolphins. Now, will you say to yourself, well, I finna give the man a chance? That I seen what he just did with the Miami Dolphins. Or you gonna say, oh, hell no, motherfucker. I'm not
I don't think I would say hell no. I think it, again, it's not one of those, oh yeah, he got the job. Yeah. It's not one of those. I'm not head over. He doesn't move the needle for me to say he definitely got the job. I'm giving him the job. That doesn't move the needle for me.
But you gonna get him interviews, right?
Yeah, I'm giving him a legit interview though, not showing up there drunk. That's I'm telling you that for sure. Give him a legit interview, and I'm taking him serious as a candidate because I've seen his resume and I've seen what he's done game in and game out.
Okay.
As a head coach.
Now, will you hire somebody that, I don't know, don't run the ball?
Between him and Dabo, I wouldn't have put Dabo before him, no.
Okay.
Hell no, me.
I wouldn't have put Dabo before him. But then now again, I'm gonna tell you, like I told Sports Guru, you know, when we had the pre-show meet a couple shows ago.
Right.
And we were sitting there and I was like, Giants ain't hiring no black head coach.
Right.
I know this. I knew this. I knew this from the door. Giants ain't hiring no black head coach.
Right.
Yeah, I knew that.
It was shocking that they benched Eli Manning for a black quarterback.
Right.
Right.
That was a historic moment in New York.
Right.
They ain't hiring no black head coaches.
That was a power move. Nothing more than that.
To me, all did just
now Brian. Now hold on, let me just say. Now Brian Flores looked at the last couple coaching jobs that was available. You had Jacksonville. Supposedly Minnesota is about to hire their coach. So it's Jacksonville.
Harbaugh, yeah.
It's Jacksonville, is Miami, is the Saints, who are in free agency hell.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Houston Texans, I think, right?
Right.
Yeah. Who we know they don't give. He ain't gonna get Deshaun Watson. Right. He can't fix that situation. So that's another bad situation. Now, what's the other team that's left?
Saints.
I said the Saints. I said the Saints, Texans, Miami, and I said
Minnesota.
Minnesota, we know where they're going.
That's it. There's only 5. 4 already hired. There was 9 total.
Yes, all right. The Raiders.
I think Minnesota's going Harbaugh. They're already kind of reporting that now. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Y'all really think Minnesota's gonna hire?
I don't think it's Harbaugh, but I know that they got the coach already.
I think they offered it to him, they're waiting on Harbaugh, and word is speculation is that he's probably going to take it.
But
you really think so, huh?
No, I didn't think so originally, but from what I'm reading, yeah.
But I'm looking at this.
I'm good with it. Get him out of the Big Ten because I think he's a good coach. So I want him to leave Michigan.
I'm looking at this situation. We all know the NFL been doing some slimy shit.
Yeah, they've been doing it for a while, and I think that's why Eric Bieniemy stopped going on those interviews.
Right. He didn't want to go. I mean,
yeah, you can see he stopped going on those interviews.
He was like, "Fuck it."
NFL been around since 1920, Ron.
Right, forever. 1920.
Now they've been doing this type of shit forever.
Right, and I'm glad he was the first head coach to come out and put the NFL on blast, and they deserve it. You really deserve this shit.
It's a lot more that's about to come out. There's
Yep.
a lot more that's about to come out. And there's a lot of black and you know something. I noticed that a lot of coaches ain't they starting to realize the NFL ain't where they gonna go. To actually, because it ain't about the money. Because the college coaches and the NFL coaches damn they get paid the same.
Right.
So it ain't about the money. It's more so about that you just wanted to win on the highest level. But a lot of these guys are actually gonna end up going back to college and coaching.
Right. They already been doing it for the last that I know of 4 years.
Well, what you call him, Herm Edwards? Herm Edwards got like a coaching factory going on down there.
Right.
He got a bunch of coaches with him.
I heard Billick going over there.
Yeah, Brian Billick, yeah.
Brian Billick.
Mm-hmm.
Another coach.
I've been waiting. I'm like, where is this dude at?
No, he ain't get another coaching job after that.
I know he has not since he left off, and I'm like, what in the world?
Right.
He wasn't an awful coach. He wasn't
Now I
awful.
like Billick.
Once
And he
again,
got a ring.
Once again, a lot of the coaches get mistreated, and we see why now. We see why they
We've
get
been knowing why.
mistreated. We see why it's hard to find a great coach to stay in the NFL. We see why now. All the racist shit.
I mean, we see right now. We've been seeing
I've been seeing this. This ain't no
that's my point. We've been seeing this.
I've been seeing this.
And we've been screaming it, saying it. This is what's happening. But people want to say that we're imagining things.
Right. We see this
You're
shit.
just imagining things. You're just playing the race card. Okay. We got a whole bunch of cards then. When we gonna run out of cards to play? When are we gonna run out of cards?
It's sad.
How many current black coaches are there right now?
One
current black head coach. And then the reports came out that Byron Leftwich got hired in Jacksonville, and those appear not to be true. I mean, it's not a black coaching issue. It starts with the ownership, and it's been an issue. I believe that team ownership need to be responsible for teams that have been in the cellar, like the Lions, the Bengals, the Browns, teams that have not had success for long durations of time. Where's their accountability at for the owners? Why is it always the coach? And then when a black coach gets an opportunity, like Arizona, I forgot the guy's name. He had the 1 year, and then he got fired.
Steve Wilkes. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Leslie Frazier, San Diego.
And I have no issue. I have a big issue. I think that coaching, once you hire a coach, it should be a minimum of 3 year commitment, unless something like tragic, something like a John Gruden situation happens, something that's, outside of coaching. I think it should be a 3 year minimum. And this is a joke. I mean, you shouldn't just have to, interview a minority. Right. These interviews should be taken seriously, and showing up drunk that
Blaze. When they first came up with that rule, I said, "Oh, that's an easy rule. They'll get by. They'll just interview a minority, and then hire the same coach that they were already planning on hiring.
They were already
right. I'm like, that ain't gonna change nothing.
The night before.
Another thing you'll see
on the golf course, they play golf, and they make all the decisions on the back nine. Right. And then they invite this person over here for some pseudo interview that they know that they're not going to hire.
And another thing is with white coaches, they'll hire a white coach a year early, a quarterback coach, a wide receiver coach. They'll hire a white coach early, but a guy like Jared Mayo, who I think is going to be a very, very bright head coach in the future. I feel like he should be getting a shot, and he's not getting a shot yet. They don't never do that.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Blaze, what did I say on the show? Our top five are where the Sharon did last week. And when y'all talking about no one knew McDaniel to the Raiders, because back then there wasn't no McDaniel to the Raiders. I live out here in this area, and everybody was talking about, no, only one that's getting interviewed is Mayo. And what I say, McDaniel will go to the Raiders, and that's what happened. That was just some bullshit.
You should have.
That shocked me. I saw that. I couldn't believe that. I don't think McDaniel's a good head coach. I don't think he has a good track record to back him up for. I mean, I'm all for second chances too. Like I'm all for second chance. I just, a guy like Josh McDaniels, I don't think he should get a second chance. Right now at this opportunity, I feel like there's other head coaches that you should give a shot to, and it's an issue. It's an issue. I mean, I have no problem with hiring the guy you want. At the end of the day, it's not about color, it's not about race. It's about hiring the right person for the job. But there's issues in it because you're not getting everyone a fair shot. It's just the reality of the situation.
Agreed.
Do y'all remember when Lovie Smith took the Tampa Bay job?
Shit, Chicago shouldn't have never fired him. He didn't deserve to be fired.
But they gave this man 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay was a dump.
Always been a dump before Brady got there.
They was a dump. I mean, I get tired we get the worst motherfucking jobs in the NFL. I get tired of that shit.
Let's see what happens. I mean, that shit about to hit the fan now. So if something going, what he saying in 8 Mile, if something's gonna happen, it needs to happen now. So let's see what happens, baby. Let's see what happens.
I get tired. We getting paid we get paid to do the worst job, but all these great jobs in the NFL, they will not even look at us.
Right.
I get tired.
Sick and tired. That's what I am. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
I mean, right. That's it. There you go.
But being sick and tired
got to come better than
it's not
that.
gonna change nothing.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. That the 2 franchises you can't put on that list is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because Mike Tomlin, how long has he been a head coach for?
He's the longest tenured, I
15
think.
years.
Right? Yeah.
And the Cincinnati Bengals, because we had Marvin Lewis for 16 years.
That's right.
I mean, but all the other jobs, it's like, okay, we're gonna get them the worst job. It don't make sense.
Right.
But,
well, let's to be continued. Hopefully we'll have more stuff for the next show. More updates, obviously. Yeah. See what happened.
Yeah. Hold on, man. Let me see if I could go back. Let me see. Okay, OG said, let's ask Louis Farrakhan regarding Brian Flores. Travis said Flores was dope. Juke said there are coaches who have done way less and got positions. Most definitely. Sharon said that's my position. Hackett shouldn't have gotten hired over Caldwell or Bieniemy. Ace said the reason they got Dabo is because the GM is from Buffalo, and then he got Dabo and took Buffalo's offensive line coach and almost got Buffalo's Ken Dorsey. Hence why I'm calling them the Buffalo Giants. Blaze said I'm not a Bieniemy guy at all. Travis said I think Minnesota is going to get Jim. Ace said same with Leslie Frazier. He stopped taking interviews also. Juke said Harbaugh to Miami. Only one black coach currently. Nothing new, just TikTok they ass. We're going to say we forgot it and make it our own league. Okay, we're going to say forget it and make it our own league. How many draft picks do they get for hiring a black coach? I think it's like they get 2 I can't even say it right.
The year we hired our GM,
the Jags try to lowball Leftwich.
You got 2 picks.
Elway should be fired for doing that shit. Beverly Hills Palm Hotel, no color folks allowed. Don't worry. Be happy. Bieniemy, Bowles, Frazier, Mayo, Leftwich, Flores, Caldwell all need to be hired. I agree. Josh McDaniels backed out of his second chance to go back to the Patriots. Ace said they protest that halftime show and it'll get solved. Maybe not. You protest that whole Super Bowl, will though. You protest that whole Super Bowl, will though. Talman still ain't got much to say. And good show tonight, people. Hey, thank y'all once again for coming out to Talk You Is Tuesday. I'm Dennis Holmes. It's Ryan Thomas. We got Sharon, Chocolate Girl. We got Blaze Thunder, the Bengals lover. And we also got King Czar in the house. Again, this has been Talk You Is Tuesday from the Ignorant Thinker Podcast. Please subscribe on all platforms, baby. God bless. Good night.